Okay, today is October 19. There we have the vocabulary number 3 of spelling. Life in space. We have 25 words in this vocabulary. Life, space, universe, planet, only, telescope, discover, satellite, air, solar power, source, moon, Mars, places to live, vehicles, gravity, atmosphere, orbit, surface, galaxy, rockets, spacecraft, fats, sun, and Mercury. Okay, now we're going to work in the book. Look in your book, the page 104. Page 104. Okay, this is the page 104 in the book. We are beginning the unit number 10, Future Visions. Future Visions. Life in space, talk about visions of the future, okay? First, we're going to complete or we're going to do the part number 1, read and recall. Do the Back to the Future quiz. Compare your answer. Vamos a realizar primero el quiz que tenemos aquí, que se llama Back to the Future. First, I'm going to tell you why the title of the quiz. The title of the quiz is taken from the 1985 movie of the same name, Back to the Future. Starring by Michael J. Fox in the film, he plays Marty, a teenager who accidentally travels back in time and interferes with the past. He then has to try to fix the problems he's caused and make it back to the present again. El nombre del quiz que tenemos aquí, que es Back to the Future, es por la película que lleva su mismo nombre, una película del año de 1985, que está protagonizada por el actor Michael Fox, que en la película hace el papel de Martin, que es un adolescente que accidentalmente viaja en el tiempo y interfiere pues con cosas del pasado. Por eso entonces él debe volver a tratar de arreglar esos problemas que causó y regresar entonces al presente, ¿ok? Entonces vamos a hacer el quiz. Recuerden que un quiz es solamente pues para medir conocimiento. Yo no les voy a evaluar esto, no es para nota, no me lo tienen que enviar todavía ni nada, pero sí quiero que lo respondan, ¿ok? Luego verificamos la respuesta. The question number 1, according to the Big Bang Theory, when did our universe begin? De acuerdo a la teoría del Big Bang, y no nos referimos a la serie, sino que hay una teoría con ese nombre, according to the Big Bang Theory, when did our universe begin? 13.7 billion years ago, 13.7 million years ago, o 13.7 thousand years ago. O sea que de salida la respuesta es 13.7, ¿verdad? Pero 13.7 que billones de años atrás, que es la opción A, millones de años atrás, que es la opción B, o miles de años atrás. ¿Cuáles de las tres opciones? Usted va a encerrar en círculo la que usted considere correcta. The question number 2, Neptune can only be seen with a telescope, and so it was the last planet to be discovered. When? Ancient times, in 1546 or in 1846. Ok, Neptuno podía ser el único planeta que se puede ver con telescopio, ¿verdad? ¿Cuándo fue eso? En tiempos antiguos, en 1546, en 1846. Ok, now the number 3, the first ever satellite which could not receive signal from Earth but only send them was called Sputnik. When did the Soviet Union launch it into space? Ok, el único satélite que no recibía señales de la Tierra, pero sí podías enviarla, fue llamado Sputnik. Este fue enviado por la Unión Soviética. ¿En qué año ellos lo lanzaron al espacio? 1937, 1957 or 1977. The question number 4. When was solar power developed as a source of electricity? Cuando el poder solar fue desarrollado como una fuente de electricidad. In the 1970s, in the 1990s, or in the 2010s? Now the question number 5. Many video games are produced today. When was the first video game ever created? Hoy en día se han creado muchos videojuegos. ¿Cuándo se creó el primero? In 1938, in 1958, or in 1978? And the last question say, robot vehicles were designed to explore the moon before the first astronauts landed there. When did the robot Curiosity land on Mars? Los vehículos robóticos fueron diseñados para explorar la Luna antes que los primeros astronautas llegaran a ella. ¿Cuándo el robot Curiosity aterrizó en Marte? In 1972, in 1992, or in 2012? Okay, now we're going to see the answers. The question number 1, according to the Big Bang Theory, when did our universe begin? Jirlen, what is the option that you choose? A, B, or C?
A, teacher.
Okay, and what about you, Said? What option do you choose in the number 1? A, B, or C? Said?
The A.
The letter A. Okay, the correct option of the correct action is the letter A. According to the Big Bang Theory, the universe began 13.7 billion years ago. Okay, entonces la respuesta correcta es la A. Now the question number 2. Neptune can only be seen with a telescope, and so it was the last planet to be discovered. When? What is the option that you choose, Ileana?
Letter C.
The letter C. Okay, and what about you, Valeria Espinosa? What option do you choose?
Letter C.
The letter C. Okay, the correct answer is the letter C. Neptune can only be seen with a telescope, and so it was the last planet to be discovered in the year of 1846. Okay, now the question number 3. The first ever satellite which could not receive signal from air, but only sent them, was called Sputnik. When did the Soviet Union launch it into the space? What option did you choose, Christian? A, B, or C?
B.
The option B. Okay, and what about you, Christopher?
B.
Okay, the correct answer is the option B, in the year 1957. Okay, now we continue with the number 4. When was solar power developed as a source of electricity? Kevin, A, B, or C?
Ay, profe.
Okay, the letter A. What about you, Karianis?
The letter A.
Okay, the correct answer is the letter A, in the 1970s. The question number 5, many video games are produced today. When was the first video game ever created? A, B, or C? Can you read?
B.
Okay, the correct answer is the letter B, in the 1958. And the last question, robot vehicles were designed to explore the moon before the first astronauts landed there. When did the robot Curiosity land on Mars? Christopher, A, B, or C? Christopher, which option do you choose in the number 6?
A.
Okay, Christopher, say the letter A. What about you, Christian, in the number 6?
La 6.
Sí, the number 6.
Sí.
Okay, the letter C say Christian, okay. The robot curiously lying on Mars in the years 2012. The correct answer is the letter C, okay? Now you're going to word the part number 3, word with words, okay? First, for that we have to read this article about future visions, okay? Vamos a leer en la parte derecha de la página donde nos hablan sobre visiones del futuro. Okay. Ileana, can you read the number 1?
Yes, teacher. Jet belts with engines will become the new way to travel, allowing people on Earth to fly freely in the air as if there were little gravity, like being in space but without leaving the air atmosphere.
Okay, thank you, Ileana. Now, Said, can you read the number 2?
Yes, teacher. New entertainment device will allow us to sit in front of a screen and take part in a sport or other activity. Portable TV devices will mean that we can watch our favorite TV shows on the go, on Earth, in orbit, or in the surface of the moon, or on the surface of the moon.
Thank you, Said. Now, Karianis, can you read the number 3?
As a solution to our overpopulation on Earth, will create colonies on space stations. We'll also establish a base on the moon where people will live in big glass domes filled with oxygen.
Okay, thank you, Karianis. Now, Christopher, can you read the last one, the number 4?
We'll send space tourists to the moon and to other planets in our galaxy using high-tech rockets and other spacecraft.
Okay, thank you, Christopher. Now we're going to complete the part number 3. Say, put the words in colors in future visions in the correct category. We have 3 categories here. Places to live, vehicles, and describing space and planets. Lugares para vivir, vehículos y describiendo espacio y planeta. Entonces, ¿qué vamos a poner en estas categorías? Las palabras resaltadas en rojo que tenemos en lo que acabamos de leer, en Future Vision. Debemos ubicarlas en su categoría correspondiente. ¿Ok? Vamos entonces a empezar con esa parte. Ok, the word gravity. ¿Dónde iría gravity? In place to live, vehicles, or describing space and planets.
Describing space and planet.
Describing space and planet. Okay, so here, abajo de describing space and planet, ustedes pueden poner gravity, ok. Si no quieren rayar el libro, pueden poner las categorías en su cuaderno y le escriben también, ok. Now, the second word, atmosphere, where we have to put atmosphere, in which category?
Describing space and planets.
Okay, atmosphere is in describing a space and planet too. Eso también va en la misma categoría. Now, the next word, orbit. Orbit, where we have to put orbit. Place to live, vehicles, or describing a space and planets.
Describing space and planet.
Describing a space and planets too. También va en la misma categoría. Now, surface. Surface, ¿dónde pondríamos surface? ¿En qué categoría?
Places to live.
Places to live. Ok, puede ser places to live, sí, exacto. Now, the next word, colonies. Colonies. In which category we have to put colonies?
Spaces to live.
Places to live too, okay? Space stations, where we have to put space stations.
Place to live.
Places to
Vehicles.
live, places to live. Space stations son estaciones espaciales. En este caso sí sería places to live, okay? Now, base, sorry, sigue base. Abajo de space station we have base. In which category we have to put base?
Place to live.
Places to live, exactly. Now, domes, where we have to put domes?
Places to live.
Places to live. And obsidian, what about obsidian?
Describing a space and planet.
Describing a space and planet, okay? Now, galaxy,
Describing space and planets.
describing a space and planet. Rockets,
Vehicles.
and a spacecraft.
Vehicle.
Okay, exactly. We only have two vehicles in this occasion, rockets and a spacecraft, okay? Okay, so we're going to leave the class until here. We're going to have exercise of the vocabulary of the lesson, the vocabulary number 3, the next week, okay?